All right, everybody. Hey, this is Yes, We Paid to See It episode number
Three?
Trace 3. Yeah, as Camille says, 3 in the background. What's up, Camille?
Yes, for those of you who speak English or English speaking audience.
Number 3. And for number 3, what movie did we see?
We saw Admission.
Starring Tina Fey and Paul Rudd.
Yes.
And without giving too much away or anything, well, first thing I'm going to say before we even go into the review, I think that your prediction of how we feel about these movies is gonna change.
Oh, really?
Cause shockingly enough,
Did you like it?
as much as I was against it, yeah, I really
Wow.
did. I was really into it. I was actually pleasantly surprised.
I was surprised. I don't know if pleasantly is the word I would use, but I was certainly surprised.
I think that the type of movie that people expect this to be is not the type of movie they're gonna get.
I would agree. I think it was marketed misleadingly,
To say the least.
if that is a word. No, I was expecting a stumbling, overly potty humored romantic comedy, but it went in a lot of different directions, most of which were not that.
Yeah, I feel like we can't really do, and I've been thinking about this like since I saw the movie. You can't really do a big review.
My goodness.
Use my words, said Jazz to himself. Okay, you can't do a big review on this film without the whole review being a spoiler alert, though.
No, but you know what? I'm looking right at IMDb right now. The movie's been out for a few days now. The description of the movie right here on IMDb says a Princeton admissions officer, who is played by Tina Fey, is up for a major promotion, takes a professional risk after she meets a college-bound alternative school kid who just might be the son she gave up years ago in a secret adoption. So that is the synopsis right on the front page of the IMDb movie page for Admission. So I don't think it's meant to be a big surprise. It certainly was for me, and obviously for you when we saw it this weekend. But it's right there in the synopsis, so I think we're safe.
Well, I guess if IMDb can say it, and it's been up there for a few days, and everybody can read it for themselves. If IMDb is gonna say it, then they're definitely not gonna spoil alert. But
Yeah.
if I was in charge of IMDb's PR and whatnot, I wouldn't have put that out there like that.
Well, I'm pretty sure that IMDb does what the people making the movies tell them to do, so I don't really think it's a big secret. It's not exactly like a thriller movie where you're like, oh my god, I can't believe I didn't know Bruce Willis was dead. I mean, it's a romantic comedy.
And
It's a
what
drama.
movie was that you were just talking about? No, don't do that. I'm joking.
Anyway.
I'm joking.
Anyway, like I said, it was not what I expected. And obviously not what you expected, but
It was
sounds
not.
like
It was not. That's what made it like such a pleasant surprise for me, is that it wasn't what I expected. I was like, wow, I feel so manly buying this ticket. Wow, sit in this theater about to watch this movie. Let me watch it with an open mind. And as it got going, I'd say the surprise, that the pleasant surprise or whatever, came around maybe the 25-minute mark. 25-minute mark.
okay.
And you know what I'm talking about, obviously. And
I don't know, but go ahead.
I'm trying not to give too much away.
Yeah,
But
this is again. I think you're misreading the genre. This isn't like a mystery movie.
well, yeah, but it's still a movie. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you're talking about. So in order for us to have a discussion, I need to know what you're saying. So tell me or move on.
when okay, well, that's not giving a lot away. When the child, the kid, Paul Rudd is a teacher at one of the schools that Tina Fey goes to. She goes to a lot of schools to give seminars to children about how to
Right,
get
she's
in,
an admissions officer.
about how to get into
She's trying
Princeton.
to get
Yeah,
kids to go to school.
right. And Paul Rudd is one of the teachers at a very alternative school where, they have classes outside and they talk about the environment and all this stuff. And the part that was a huge pleasant surprise to me was when they introduced Jeremiah, which is one of the students, one of the very special cases at Paul Rudd's school that he's a teacher at. And when they introduced Jeremiah and you start to, he starts to get, involved in the story, that was when I was really like, wow, okay. Because the more you see, Tina Fey and Paul Rudd and Tina Fey's mom and Jeremiah.
Who, by the way, is played by Nat Wolff.
Nat who?
Nat Wolff.
Wolff?
Wolff. Like, werewolf, wolf.
Oh, Wolf, okay.
But with 2 F's.
Okay.
Anyway.
I thought she did a really good job, too. She was I was like, the whole time.
He's a boy. What are you talking about?
Oh, I was talking about Tina Fey's mom. I said Tina Fey's mom, and now you okay, never mind.
Lily Tomlin.
There you go.
She's kind of a big deal.
There you go.
Yeah,
Jazz didn't know who she was. Recognized the face, but had no idea the name. But I thought
she's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I thought she did a good job. So to all those who know her reputation, I thought that she lived up to it. But Nat Wolff, going back to what you were saying, when they introduced his character, I thought he did a good job too for definitely what he was
I really
given.
did enjoy him. It's always such a crapshoot when you're introducing a younger actor. I always cringe when I'm like, oh great, it's gonna center around a teenage character. Ugh. But he surprised me, and I really enjoyed him a lot. He actually reminds me a lot of of another actor whose name is escaping me, and I'll think of it in a moment. But he surprised me, and I really did. I enjoyed him a lot in this movie.
Now going back to what I was saying though, in the previous review, Paul Rudd, once again, I'm not gonna say he disappointed or didn't disappoint, because he lived up to the reputation that I know him as, which is not really anything special.
I love Paul Rudd. The thing is, and what's funny is what you're talking about as a negative is actually why he keeps making movies and is so successful in making movies. Paul Rudd has really got an everyman quality that is very appealing.
No, Seth Rogen has an everyman. Paul Rudd is just there.
Okay, so you're right. You're right. It speaks to me, your correctness, because Paul Rudd doesn't make any movies, and nobody, goes to his movies, and you're right, he should just quit.
Well, I'll put it like this. I'll put it like this. If a movie came out and Seth Rogen and Paul Rudd were in it, who do you think people would want to see more so in that film?
Right now?
Yes.
Paul Rudd.
Really?
The last movie Seth Rogen has been in? 40-Year-Old Virgin? It's been a while.
I can't tell you the last movie that Seth Rogen is. I think it was Green Hornet, to be honest. I don't know.
Exactly.
But I'm talking about just the name, the power of their name. I don't think Paul Rudd's...
I'm going to go ahead and disagree with the guy who didn't know who Lily Tomlin was. I'm going to disagree with you.
Excuse me, madame.
I'm just saying.
But, I mean, hey, I've heard the name Lily Tomlin and I've seen the face, but I didn't put the two together for those listening.
Like I said, by the way, the actor that Nat Wolff reminded me of was John Francis Daly, who actually was one of the writers for a movie we did not like very much, for Wonderstone.
There you go.
He actually he reminded me a little bit of him.
He kind of looks like him.
Yeah, they just reminded me. He's a little bit more subdued in his performance, but I that probably helped me enjoy him too. But no, I think getting back to what I was saying, why Paul Rudd keeps making movies. He really has an everyman quality. He's an attractive guy. He's good looking without being like...
I wouldn't know that, but okay.
Let me finish my point. You've interrupted me.
Go ahead.
He's a good looking guy, so women find him attractive, but he's not like too attractive where he's intimidating, because then guys are like, yeah, I can hang with this guy. And so there's just that films that I have seen in the multiple films that I've seen him in. The only one I would say he did not have that was Rules of Attraction with Jennifer Aniston, which sucked, but that's neither here nor there. And I think Tina Fey kind of has that same kind of quality. They're just both very attractive without being intimidatingly so. They're both very funny without overdoing it. I thought I liked them together, even though for me this film fell short of what I expect from these two.
Really, I thought Tina Fey did a good job. The thing with Tina Fey on this, and yes, Tina Fey is very very attractive, but in a very classical type of way, in the sense of like, in like you were saying, like she's not gonna be all out there like Beyonce, but
she's not the girl that you hate because she's so hot and you just hate her because she's hot.
I don't hate her,
she's pretty, but you still like her because she's very relatable.
Yeah, Tina Fey. It's like if there was Tina Fey and there was Beyonce, the one that I think I'd have a better chance with, like I'd have a chance with either of them, but the one I feel I'd have a better chance with would be Tina Fey.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
I don't think she did a bad job in the movie. What I'm saying is the movie itself fell short for me. I think that for me they tried to do. It's almost like they couldn't decide what film they were making, and it was going in too many directions at a time for me, and I don't think any one of those directions got the justice that, it deserved. So I think all of the different little storylines that were going on kind of suffered in brevity because nothing really got a whole lot of focus, and it just kept changing directions. And all those directions were pleasant and probably could have been pursued more, but I just wish they had simplified it plot-wise a little bit more.
I think that
went too many directions for me.
I think that it was just marketed like it was going to go in a different direction. But I think the film itself.
That being said, even though the direction was different, I was okay when the adopted kid came up. I was like, oh, it's about this, okay. But then stuff kept coming up, and
I didn't see it that way. I saw that once the film found that, like, it was kind of following, like, it's following her, but once this fork or wrench or whatever is thrown in the plan, that I thought that it basically followed that from then on.
It did, and it didn't.
I didn't see any other like paths forks being brought in the road.
Wow. Well, okay. So first it was about her promotion.
Yeah, right.
Then it was about her relationship. Then it was about that the relationship kept coming back, and that was a repeating joke that just fell short every time for me. Which also is I love Michael Sheen. It was interrupting. It wasn't like, oh, haha, that happened again. It was like, we get back to the story. So there's that.
Well, I mean, a running gag is a running gag, though. That doesn't necessarily I said a running gag is a running gag. That doesn't necessarily change the direction of a film.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. So you're right and wrong. I guess there was no. I'm sorry. I'm having trouble. I keep trying to tell you what I think, and you're telling me no. Anyway, like I said, I saw there was focus on her job that kept kind of coming back, and then there was a focus on the rivalry with that woman that kind of kept coming back, and then then it was the kid, then it was the relationship with Paul Rudd, then it was the relationship with her mom, and then there was, then it went back to her past and how she was lying to her mom, and then there was this weird struggle with Paul Rudd and the kid, and it just kind of kept like implying like it was going to go somewhere else, and just I had trouble keeping up with all the subplots, and I just wish they had kept it a little bit more simple. It took away from it for me.
I hope you
Clearly
didn't.
Not for you, but for me, it took
microwave
away.
just went off in the background. I hope that didn't pick up.
I don't know.
Okay. But no, I like I said, like, because the ultimate direction of the film is what? The ultimate direction of the film is this is Portia, or Tina Fey's character. This is her life. Her life is this. Wait.
I saw the movie, yes.
Huh?
I saw the movie. I feel like I'm in class.
No, I'm making a point. I'm trying to make a point. Like, It's like her life is this. Okay, all these wrenches get thrown in. She has to rethink her life. That's basically the direction the film was going in. That's what I saw it as.
Okay, well, I still disagree with you. For me, it took away from. For me, they're just. I wish they had just settled on a plot line. I felt like they just kind of couldn't decide what they were going to do, so they just did a little of all of it. And there were a lot of, interesting directions that could have gone, and I feel like they just picked too many at once. Is how I feel. I think what they did pick to do, it was all interesting, and I think any one of those directions would have been great. It took away from it for me. I still like the movie.
Yeah,
I just not like the movie. I did not enjoy the performances. I just kind of felt like the plot was a little bit all over the place.
I'm actually surprised at how much I liked it. I really am. I honestly thought.
I am too. Like I feel like you're reacting to my opinion almost like I said I didn't like your mom or something.
No, what how do you took it that way?
Yeah, I feel like I said I hate your mom, and that's the reaction I'm getting from you. I mean, you really like the movie. I will say my opinion of how we interpret movies has been consistent. What I don't like, you do like. What you like, I don't like. And it's
as far as the movie overall, though, we like it this time, but we still are kind of at odds on all the details.
Yeah.
Like I said, I saw the film as going in, one direction. I thought that the kid Nat Wolff, to basically sum up what I'm saying, thought the kid Nat Wolff did a good job. Lily Tomlin, who apparently now I know that that's her name, Lily Tomlin, I thought did a brilliant job. Tina Fey, I thought she did a really, really good job.
It's
not
hard
perfect
for
10.
you to not like Tina Fey. She's pretty great.
Yeah, she didn't do perfect 10, but she did, pretty up there, like at least B plus type. Paul Rudd
I love Paul Rudd.
can be replaced with some secondhand. How did I get into acting 101 college student?
I disagree with you. I will always disagree with you. And I bet you didn't watch I Love You Man this week, did you?
I was supposed to, wasn't I?
Uh-huh.
Just like
You
Anchorman.
had a couple extra days.
Just like Anchorman, I was supposed to watch both of those, wasn't I?
You didn't watch either one, did you?
Nope.
Nope, you don't know anything about 60% of the time. It works every time. You don't know.
Another reference that you don't see. What you're keeping consistent to what I said though. When I said that we're gonna have references to movies that everybody's gonna get except me.
Well, anyway,
There's another one.
For me, this one definitely, I would have been okay waiting to rent this one. This is one I would definitely have rented on a date night.
Okay, so on our pay scale, well,
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't say do full price on this because it's not a big movie that you got to pay full price on. But what was it? It's full price DVD or Netflix, TV or skip. I would say I'd say wait for it to come on TV. But if it comes on TV, catch it from the beginning and watch it till the end. It'll be something good to watch.
And again, you can confuse me because you liked it better than I did, and you still wouldn't pay to rent it. It was all right, but this is one I definitely would still have rented.
See, that's the thing. Like the only thing is, it's still there's the microwave in the background if that picked up again. But no, the only thing is, I would say it's not a big type of movie.
This one, I probably wouldn't, given the choice, have gone to see in the theater again. But it was okay. It was, I would give it a 6.5.
Yeah, I got you. Like I said, I would say wait for it to come on TV. But when it comes on TV, definitely give it a watch because it's a good movie to watch. But as far as wasting your Netflix queue and renting it, I wouldn't do that. But what was it?
How do I use Netflix? So
No, You watch all these movies, but you don't use Netflix. It's only
No,
$8
I
a
have
month.
cable, man.
It's just $8 a month. It's not. That's like nothing. But
Yeah,
no,
I already have cable. What would be the point?
I don't know.
Already more movies than I can watch.
I don't really watch TV. I do nothing but internet. But anyway,
Anyway.
number scale. I was thinking maybe I wanted to say 7, but I wanted to say 7.5. I don't know.
You liked it as much as you liked us?
Kind of. I guess so.
Wow.
I guess so. Like just below Oz. What did I say? I said 7.5.
You gave that 7.5 for 3D.
I said 7.5 for 3D, 6.5 for non 3D. So I guess obviously this movie is not in 3D. I guess I would give it a 7, right in the middle.
Wow.
Yeah. Not
I'm sticking with my 6.5.
to put it in perspective. I was pleasantly surprised with this film. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I was surprised. Sometimes pleasantly, sometimes not.
So this Friday, and I'm not gonna put this film down now because I put Admission down, and we see what happened. So this Friday we're gonna see something that you're excited to see,
Yes, I am.
and that is
The host.
by.
Well, the book was written by Stephanie Meyer, notable from Twilight series fame. They have finally made a movie out of it, and I am excited. I have the book, and I have read it, and it's weird, but it's also awesome. So, I'm excited.
Those paying attention, like I said beforehand, she reads.
Yeah.
So
We also will have a bonus podcast involving a pre-screening I saw of G.I. Joe Retaliation, where I'll tell Jazz about that movie, and there won't be any arguing because he hasn't seen it.
right, because I missed that one because a lot of other crap, to say the least, got involved. But yeah, is what it is. Camille saw it, so we'll be in good hands on that one. All right, everybody. So I guess on this one, yes, we paid to see it, and we're not upset about that. So till next time. Take a night, Camille.
Really well, young gentles.
All right, there we go.